Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. I'm very excited today to share a book haul with you. I have been collecting a few things that have been coming in, and I have a book outlet order that I placed towards the end of February. So I'm really excited to share with you some new books that are entering my home this last couple weeks. I'll start with books that were gifted to me or sent to me, because there's some wonderful surprises in here. First of all, when I just got together with the Middle Grade March team for our retreat, we also met up with Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand, and she's been doing a huge unhaul project and had this copy of Kindred, which she gifted to me. The copy of Kindred that I have, I think I've probably unhauled by now. It was really it had library stickers on it and was a little bit more beat up, but I really enjoyed this book. So now I have one for my shelves that's in beautiful condition. So thank you, Sarah, for unhauling this book and gifting it to me. I really appreciate that. Recently, my BookTube besties and I hosted a reading retreat, a virtual reading retreat, and I have two books that were gifted me from that experience. One of them is from Brittany, who helped us out on the retreat, and she so kindly sent each of us a book, which was just so sweet. And she sent me The Many Assassinations of Samir, The Seller of Dreams by Daniel Nayeri. This book is huge. It's an extra wide size. This won a Newbery Honor, I believe, this year. A mesmerizing adventure set along the enchanting Silk Road, where caravans of merchants carried spices, perfumes, furs, and in the case of one swindler named Samir, nothing but dreams. The story begins with a young orphan running for his life, and that's all I need to know. I really want to read this one. Another one I'm really excited for was sent to me as part of our wish list train that Brittany actually set up for us. And I'm pretty sure this is the one that got sent to me for that, because it came with no note or anything. And so I'm just assuming, hopefully I'm right. So I don't even know who sent it to me. So thank you. I probably could go on the Excel, on our spreadsheet and figure it out, but thanks for this one. The Labors of Hercules is by Gary D. Schmidt, and I believe it's kind of in the same world as the Wednesday Wars and Okay for Now and Just Like That, but set years later. So some of the characters from that first few books will be in here, but maybe when they're older or they're children or something along those lines. And I've heard really good things about this one as well. Very excited to read that. And then just out of the kindness of her heart, Linda, love your videos and the walks you take with your little dude in the gardens. Please keep them coming, from Linda. And she sent me Marmee, a novel of Little Women by Sarah Miller. I'm really excited about this because I've read Marilla by her, which is from Anne of Green Gables. Marmee is the mom in Little Women. She also has Caroline, which is from the Little House books. And I really would like to read Caroline as well, but I have heard good things about Marmee. So thank you, Linda, so much for sending this to me off of my wish list. That was really, really sweet of you. I can't wait to read it. Not going to happen in March, but I'm very excited for it. Occasionally I hear from authors who want to send me their book, and a lot of the time, unfortunately, I say no, just because either it's not a book that is a typical read for me, or I just don't feel like I have the time to get to it. But I was just really, really curious about this one. Jasmine Attia sent me the Ud Player of Cairo. The things that drew me to this the most is that music plays a huge part of the story, and it's set in Egypt. I love a book with music at the center. I love learning about a different part of the world, and I haven't read very much that's set in Egypt. Yeah, so I'm just really curious about this one. I hope to get to it soon, and thank you so much, Jasmine, for sending me your book. And then I have a few that I have bought myself, some from Pango and some on my most recent trip to Washington, D.C., which you will have seen in a vlog. So I'll just kind of go through those really quickly. But with the D.C. ones, I forgot to show you these gorgeous bookmarks I got. Katie actually got these for me because we both saw them in a little shop and absolutely loved them. And they were very reasonably priced. And they have such good quotes. So this one says, "There is no enjoyment like reading," which is from Jane Austen from Pride and Prejudice. And then the one I'm using in this book says, "I like good strong words that mean something," from Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. And that has poppies on it. So pretty. And I'm using it in this book, An Elephant in the Garden by Michael Morpurgo. This is a historical fiction set during World War II, I believe. The mom is a zookeeper, and at one point there's a young elephant who lost both of its parents. This family kind of takes care of this elephant, but then bombs start falling on their city, and they have to escape with the elephant and try to avoid Russian soldiers along the way. What? Sounds very good. I picked up The Benevolent Society of Ill-Mannered Ladies by Alison Goodman. I love this cover. It's going to have a mystery, Regency era mystery. I'm here for it. I've heard a lot about this one, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. I'm not sure this is going to be a book that I'm going to love, but I am very curious about it, and I love this cover. Love, love, love this cover. A curmudgeonly professor journeys to a small town in the far north to study fairy folklore and discovers dark fae magic, friendship, and love in the start of a heartwarming and enchanting new fantasy series. We'll see, we'll see. And then I did pick up another middle grade. This is the last book in the Pages & Co. series, The Last Book Wanderer by Anna James. I think I have the one before this to read and this one. It would be great if I could finish the series this year. That would be great. But now I have all of them. They can look really lovely together on my shelves. I did pick up 4 books from recommendations during that reading retreat. As part of our retreat, everybody gets to bring a recommendation, and a handful of them I already had on my shelves, and a handful of them I thought sounded good enough that I wanted to get them. Actually, this first one is from the middle grade March recommendations video, and then 3 of them are from the reading retreat. So I'll do the middle grade one first. A Glass House of Stars by Shirley Marr is an Australian novel. I think this would count as an immigration refugee story. Katie Flowers is the one who recommended this in that video, and her description of it absolutely sold me on the book. It's about a young girl whose family immigrates to Australia. She's not exactly thrilled about it, but at the back of her property is this greenhouse. I believe there is some magical properties within the greenhouse. I'm just very excited about trying an Australian author that I've never heard of before, especially Australian middle grade. I feel like that's an area I haven't read very much, so eager to try that one. And then these 3 I picked up from other recommendations, like I said, from the virtual reading retreat. The first one is another middle grade, The Secret of Haven Point by Lisette Aughton. So Haven Point has become a ramshackle home for any disabled person who needs somewhere to belong. Named after the way they make a living on the wild shore, the Recklings spend their days looting from passing ships with a little magical help from a mermaid clan and a lighthouse keeper with a kitten in his beard. What? I'm excited to give that one a go. Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. I tried to listen to this on audio quite a few months ago, maybe last summer, and couldn't get into the audio. The author breaks the fourth wall and speaks to the listener. And on the audiobook, it just was throwing me off a little bit because the narrator of this is talking to the reader about their family and how everyone in their family has killed someone, obviously. It's a bit of a mystery, and I think it's going to be pretty lighthearted, but I think I need to read it in print because I wasn't getting along very well with the audio. And the person who recommended it sold me on this one as well. I also picked up A Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent. So this is like Jane Austen with dragons. That's how it was described, and I'm here for it. And I believe there are, all throughout, like really cool dragon pictures and other pictures as well. Oh, I didn't even see that there were stickers in here from the person on Pango who sent this to me. Look at that Hufflepuff one. I love that little badger. Cute. I'm curious about this one. So we'll see. We'll see about that one. And then because in Pango, sometimes there's a sale if you get a certain amount of money. With one of those, I also picked up this book called Possibilities, which is a contemporary retelling of Persuasion by Deborah White Smith. I feel like I may have read this a while ago with a different cover. I feel like this whole series got new covers. So it's possible that I've read this, but ages ago. And Persuasion is my favorite Jane Austen, so I'm down to own it and read a modern retelling. Should be fun. So finally, I have my box here from Book Outlet. I haven't even opened it. I don't remember exactly what's in here. I remember a few things. We're going to see if the pull tab works in my favorite this time. It doesn't usually. Nope. It did not. It did not work. Oh, that side did a little better. I don't like the way that they redid their boxes a while ago. It's been a while now. I've not ordered from Book Outlet in quite a while. All right, here we go. I'm just going to go from the top. So these are not going to be in any kind of order. But okay, yes, I forgot I got this one. Under the Broken Sky by Mariko Nagai. I think Amanda has read this and loved it. Katie is reading this for her immigration refugee prompt. And I decided I needed to have it as well and read it. It's a book written in verse. Natsu and her family live a quiet farm life in Manchuria near the border of the Soviet Union. But the life they've known begins to unravel when her father is conscripted by the Japanese army. Natsu and her little sister Asa are left orphaned and destitute. In a desperate move to keep her sister alive, Natsu sells Asa to a Russian couple following the 1945 Soviet occupation. The journey to redemption for Natsu's broken family is rife with struggles, but Natsu is tenacious and will stop at nothing to get her sister back. Holy moly. That sounds so good. World War II, but from a totally different perspective. Following two children. This is going to be heartbreaking, I think, and so here for it. I did grab one of my anticipated reads from last year, The Summer of Songbirds by Christy Woodson Harvey. This takes place at a camp, and I think it's about a couple of camp friends who grew up together, going to camp together, and they come together to try to save the camp. The Summer of Songbirds is a love letter to the places and people that make us who we are. Oh, yeah, this was an anticipated read for me last summer. I apologize for my voice in this video. I am fighting some kind of a chest cold or something. It doesn't hurt at all, but it's hard to talk, and I'm coughing a lot. Oh, good. I picked up another book in this track series by Jason Reynolds. I have Ghost and I have Patina. I think this is the fourth book, Lou. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I picked up the rest of them. So I did pick up Sunny and Lou. Sunny, I think, is book 3, and then Lou is book 4. This series follows 4 kids on this track team. I read Ghost recently and really loved it. So I probably will fly through the rest of them at some point this month and just complete this series because I've heard such good things about it. So I picked up books 3 and 4. What's this one? I don't recognize the back. Oh, okay. Kingdom of Secrets. It's a Nick Ellie, an older Nick Ellie book that I have. It's by Christine Morel. Prismena dreams of flying, but even though she's the balloonist's daughter, her feet are firmly stuck on the ground. Enter the insufferable Abigail Smead, who bursts into her life and steals Prismena's most prized possession. Abby promises to give it back if Prismena smuggles a treasonous package onto her father's next flight. When the worst happens and her father is arrested, it's up to Prismena to make things right. Very cool. It has a gorgeous cover. And I'm excited to own this one and read another Nick Ellie book. These 2 books are the reason that I placed this order. Once I knew that these were on Book Outlet, thanks Amanda, I immediately placed an order. And it's Cece's Journal, the first one, and then Cece's Journal Lost and Found, the second one. This is 4 stories altogether. It's a graphic novel. And the first story in here completely hooks me. It's this young girl who loves mysteries, gets herself into a little bit of trouble. And in the first book, there's an older man who her and her friends see walking into the woods every day. And she's determined, they make up all kinds of ideas of what he's actually doing in the woods. And then they follow him. And it's so lovely, so lovely. I love the art style. I believe it was translated originally from French, but I love that in the book you also get pages from her journal along with the story. So it's a really cool layout. I just absolutely love this. I learned about this first, I believe, from Keisha at A Book Like You, and I'm so glad to finally own these. I never find them in stores here. They're kind of rare, but they're fantastic, and I'm really excited. I could definitely see myself rereading these. So lovely. So lovely. This was a cover by, and it has the word Orphans in the title. And I needed to get up to a certain amount to get the free shipping, of course. This is by Kristen Beck, The Winter Orphans. Southern France, 1942. We're going to have a World War II story set in France. And that's all I need to know. So another kind of cover by is called The Bookshop of Dustin Dreams by Mindy Thompson. Look at how cute. Magical Bookshop, possibly. Oh, the back cover of this is a bit bent. That's a bummer. 1944. Oh, it's historical. I didn't know that. Sutton, New York. Poppy's family owns and runs Rhyme and Reason, a magical bookshop that caters to people from all different places and time periods. Places and time periods? Cool. Though her world is ravaged by World War II, customers hail from the past and the future, infusing the shop with a delightful mix of ideas and experiences. That sounds really fun. So I'm glad that I picked that one up. I did pick up this one by Dan Gemeinhardt. I really love Coyote Sunrise by him. And this one came out after Coyote Sunrise. It's called The Midnight Children. And I didn't really know too much about this. I just know that I really liked this author's first book. Or I don't know if Coyote Sunrise was his first book or not, but I really loved Coyote Sunrise. In the dead of night, a truck arrives in Slaughterville, a small town curiously named after its windowless slaughterhouse. 7 mysterious kids with suitcases step out of the vehicle and into an abandoned home on a dead-end street, looking over their shoulders to make sure they aren't noticed. When timid and lonely Ravani and then a neighbor kid, Ravani Foster, covertly witnesses their arrival from his bedroom window. He's eager to learn everything he can about these new neighbors. What secrets are they hiding? And most mysterious of all, where are the adults? Amid this shadowy group of children, Ravani finds an unexpected friend in the warm and gutsy Virginia. But with this friendship comes secrets revealed and danger. When he learns of a threat to his new friends, he must fight to keep them safe or lose the only person who has ever understood him. There we have The Midnight Children. A little bit of a mystery there. And then speaking of mysteries, the final one that I picked up is the first book in the Aggie Morton series. I think it's the first book. Actually, now I'm not so sure if this is the first book. Oh yeah, it has a 1. There we go. Mystery Queen, The Body Under the Piano by Martha Jocelyn. And I know Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day really loves this series. I love a mystery. I love middle grade mystery. Obviously inspired by the real life queen of crime, Agatha Christie. So that should be a lot of fun. 1902, English seaside town of Torquay. She's super inventive and super shy. Aggie is still mourning the death of her beloved father. Developed what her mother calls a morbid preoccupation. So I'm just really excited for another mystery. And that is it. I am not going to try to hold all these books up. I'm very, very excited to get to some of them super soon. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Have you read any of these? Do you love them? Which ones do you think I should read first? Do you think I should grab any of these middle grades for March? Let me know. Or let's chat about anything else that you want to. I love chatting with you in the comments. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today and watching this video. I really appreciate you. And I look forward to talking with you in another video very soon. Hopefully with a little more of my voice back. Bye.